For coming today and for supporting this event. It's really fantastic to see so many people here, and I really appreciate it. I'd like to say thank you to everybody for all the help and support, the practical help and support, but also thank you to everybody who offered to help, because that's just as important to know that you have support. People have even donated who aren't able to come, so it's been very heartwarming in response. I just want to say a few quick thank yous to those who've helped. And first of all, I'd like to say thank you to Anne and Alison for greeting everybody on the door. Thank you very much. Thank you to Pam, Nicole and Anne again for invaluable help in preparing the cupcakes yesterday. We had really a lot of fun preparing them, so please do make sure that there's none left at the end of the concert. There are boxes for takeaway, so if you find at the end of the concert you haven't had enough, there's plenty there to take away. Does everybody have a copy of the programme? Because one of the people I'd like to thank is Raven, who designed, produced the poster, the programme and the website. And there's a lot of really nice information in the program. There's adverts, there's information about upcoming events. There's a big cupcake action in September, and it's going to do a sponsored walk of the Southwest Coast Pathway. It's in the program, so please, if you're interested in sponsoring Anne for that, it's for the foundation, please get in touch with her. I'd like to thank Pete for helping with the transport, and Anne also. Thank you to Sharon and Ilario, who are selling the tickets for the tombola, the tickets for the drinks and the cupcakes in the lounge. To Ron and Flora, who are selling the tickets for the tombola in the corner. To Erdem, who has created a YouTube link. So this event is actually being live streamed. So we are live, and there may be people in the UK, in the USA, in Brussels, in Germany who may be watching. So I'm not sure where I'm supposed to look, but it could be there. And I'd just like to say hello and thank you to everybody there. To Abby and Robin, who do a great job in selling the cupcakes. I don't know whether Steve Weller is. Oh, he's just arrived now. It's a very special thank you to Steve. He's the Director of Communications in the International Fragrance Association. And they've been extremely generous in supporting this event. This is the fourth one we've had. And this year is no exception. They've sponsored us for €1,500, and that makes a huge difference to what we raised today. So a big thank you to Steve for making that happen. So I think that's, if I missed anybody off with the thank you list, please forgive me. The thank yous and acknowledgements are in the programme, so I'd like to introduce you now to Mr. Wilfried Nice, who is the Director of the Foundation for Research into Alzheimer's Disease, and Wilfried will just say a few words to introduce the foundation. So, Wilfried.
Thank you, Lynn. Good afternoon, dear friends. Like every year, Lynn asked me to hold a little speech. Last year, I forgot to put this on paper. The reason, therefore, was that I was too much thinking about the tombola and the tablet prizes. So don't forget to buy your tickets. There's still a lot of tickets there over there. No?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 2016 was for our foundation an exceptional year. I'm going to mention a few of the many highlights of the year. First of all, the musical fundraiser organized by Lynn. Thank you. We had also the first Belgian Cupcake Day, which was organized September 21st on World Alzheimer Day. And this year we're going to work the whole month of September baking cupcakes, selling cupcakes, and hopefully having the double as a result. Last year we had 40,000 euros, so this year we go for 80,000. We had a symposium on young or early dementia. We had a series of well-attended lecture evenings. We planned a new forest near Antwerp with all the benefits for the foundation. We launched a play for the benefit of the foundation, and not to forget, we had a remarkable discovery in research on Alzheimer's disease by Professor Wim Aert, whose research was sponsored by our foundation. Besides this all, we renewed and expanded our board of directors with some prominent members, each having a particular network. One of these new members is present here today. Mark, can you just wave your hand so that people can see? This is Mark van den Eden, one of our new board members. It will only take 45 minutes. And last but not least, we transferred the operational office from the foundation from Zelek to Waregem. The well-known email addresses and telephone numbers remain unchanged. But we also worked hard on the fundraising. And I'm proud to announce with very, very good results last year. Again, we will finance 11 important and innovative research projects, and this for an overall amount of 1,250,000 euros. We will support 6 senior researchers, and very important for the future of the research, we also support 5 junior researchers. And now, what's also very new, hot, you are the first to hear the results of the Music for Live action of Studio Brussels Radio, the warmste week, or the hottest week. Sounds a little bit odd in English for me, but the hottest week, okay. The Alzheimer Research Foundation received a check of 11,500 euros on that event. But at icing on the cake, and after 22 years of hard labor and lobbying, we finally got the commitment of the Flemish government that they want to support our work with a subsidy. We will receive this year 225,000 euros, which we can finance 3 projects of young researchers. These good results, which only could be achieved by your support, have ensured that some of the most important research projects could be developed. The scientific community is convinced that there will be a medicine to slow down or even to stop the disease within this decade. I wish to thank my good friend Lynn for her tireless effort and commitment to our foundation, and all of you for your presence and also for your mild gifts. To ensure that on a short notice we will live in a world without Alzheimer. If I was Lynn now, but I'm not, if I was Lynn, I finally would ending my speech with a poem. Good at it. Therefore, this reflection. I know a few people who got better after a brain tumor. Anyone who's got better from Alzheimer. Have a nice, it's hard words, I know, but anyway, have a nice afternoon.
Just a few words, and we will get to the music soon, I promise. On 8th of April 1906, Augusta Data was the first person to be diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease by Professor Alois Alzheimer. Now, sadly, at that time, there was no cure. Alzheimer Disease International, the acknowledged global voice on dementia, reported in 2016 that now there are 47 million people worldwide living with dementia. which is putting untenable strains on medical and social services. But more importantly, it's causing immeasurable distress to the sufferer and to the carers alike. The major investment of funding into cancer research resulted in equally major advances in treatment and prognosis. Could we imagine a patient today being told, "We're so terribly sorry, the diagnosis is cancer, there isn't any cure, and really there's very little we can do about it, so we'll send you back to your family to manage as best you can"? Would we expect that today, or even accept that? I don't think we would. So whilst recognising that Alzheimer's is a complex disease to decipher, it's all the more distressing given the scale and the fact that a full 110 years have passed since first diagnosis, that we're still battling for a cure and for patient. So perhaps you're thinking, well, if there's been no cure since 1906, if the current medication has limited effect, if the truly heartbreaking 24/7 care of the patient still falls mainly to family and to loved ones, what are we doing here? Do we get together at the music village just to have a good time, to listen to great music, to eat cupcakes? No. The answer is absolutely no. Because despite a global lack of funding, progress is being made. And thanks to the Foundation for Alzheimer Research, the scientists can receive grants to fund their research into the causes of and treatment for Alzheimer's, together with the development of tests for much earlier diagnosis. And Belgian scientists are at the forefront of this fight. Wilfried has mentioned Professor Wim Annerts of the Flemish Institute of Biotechnology and University of Leuven, who leads a project sponsored by the Foundation and co-financed by them, which recently had the unexpected breakthrough concerning e-sectorase, which may help in the development of treatments with fewer side effects and may help to slow down the first symptoms of the disease. And in December 2016, the UK government unveiled their newly created Dementia Research Institute, and they've appointed Professor Bart de Stroper of the University of Leuven as its director. De Stroper himself was a recipient of 4 grants from the Foundation between 1998 and 2007. And he's been an independent scientific advisory panel for over 3 years. To me, this international recognition of his eminent work also highlights the Foundation's contribution to the funding of his research over the years. And elsewhere, now get this, the University of Glasgow bred mice to develop an Alzheimer's-like disease as they aged, and researchers injected them with a protein, IL-33. Now this protein appeared to not only clear out the toxic amyloid plaque thought to trigger Alzheimer's in humans, but it prevented more from forming. It restored their memory and their cognitive function to that of the space of 1 week. Now that is amazing. It really is. It's fantastic, and it is. There must be mice everywhere, clicking their heels, popping the champagne corks, another glass of Bolly Dolly that looks like the cracked Alzheimer's in us. So I'll end by asking you 3 questions. 1, why should the mice have all the luck? 2, how can vital, fundamental research to discover effective treatments or even a cure ever be achieved without adequate funding? And 3, I ask you one last thing. Please donate today with an open heart. Give generously to make this the most successful fundraiser ever. Buy as many cupcakes as you can possibly eat. Buy cupcakes for takeaway to share with your friends, your family, and your colleagues. And buy tombola tickets because we've got some really nice prizes. And look out for the red donation boxes. And if you have any small change, throw it in. You can't get much of a sense these days, but the foundation can make use of every single cent that we can donate to them today. Now, I know from past experience that we can count on you. And I would like to thank you in advance for your support and your generosity, because as the Foundation's logo quite simply states, research brings hope. So thank you all for coming and thank you for your support. I would like to introduce you now to the wonderful musicians who are going to play for us today. We've had great musicians so far, and this is no exception. I'd like to introduce you now to the fantastically talented singer-songwriter, Mr. Doherty Ruhr, and he will be accompanied by the fantastically talented Katja van der Poel. So a big round of applause for Doherty.
Yes. Do not forget the box. There's some petrol in there as well. Just so you can have those. So keep one. Hello, everybody. And good afternoon, and thank you for being here. Would you give Lynn a round of applause? The amazing lady. And I've been at the Brussels Folk Club some years ago, and she asked me to perform at this event about a year ago, I think now at this stage. So much work has gone on to this event, and it's wonderful to see you all in this lovely room. So she asked me to perform, and I said, well, I'm not sure. And she said, well, there's cupcakes. So where do I stand? Songs mainly songs that I've written over the years, and one of them. Looking down upon the deeds of man, trading Mother Earth, because you think you can. Acting like a fool, you should know that. Laying down your own law, tiny hungry children to your feet. With money spent on weapons, Lord, please. Building up where's your way? Have you got soul left to lose? You dead darling of your sick mother, conscious man, stand again, bend your wound to heal what once was it. Solid, what poison couldn't kill. Is another world more in your desire? Bring you back together. I'm feeling hurt. $1 billion bonds, so never peace. You cannot see the forest for fisher seas. You lay darling on the Lord, say, mother. Conscious man and bird, stand again. And go, heal what once was here. Something what poison could kill. Conscious man will have her stand again. And her wounds heal what once was dear. And salvation what poison could kill. Well, it's great to see you here, and lovely to play such a lovely one audience. My name is Daithí Rua, and that's Irish. Anybody who speaks Irish, I heard Irish voices earlier. I think Daithí Rua is Irish for Red David because of my long red hair. Just in case you were wondering, when I tour in Norway, I say Daithí is Irish for David, and Rua is Irish for handsome. And they believe. I want to tell you about my a lot of CDs and DVDs here. A couple of them will be wrapped later. I had I'm 25 years in the music business. It's hard to believe, I know. And to mark that occasion, I brought out an album there called The Harvest, which is a double CD of 30 songs of mine, 30 songs from 30 bands from 9 countries. And this is the only song on it that I sing myself. And I wrote it with a lady from Sweden called Annika Feiling, and it's a song called Harvest. So they always say, if you like the songs tonight but don't like the singer, that's the CD. And the more I sell tonight, the more I can be able to give them in as well. So that's a few generous tonight. So. But today, it's hard to say today, and I'm not just saying tonight. Harvest. Listen to this tractor wheels on the dusty road. All good things coming your way. Now lay down your heavy load. Love moments by say. So your seeds celebrate goodness that the summer yields. Behold the sun. Sing your song until harvest comes. Colors dazzle in the distance, glowing in my little blue. Golden soil of harmony, dancing on earth. The past start anew, reaping what we grow. At your feet, sow your seeds, celebrate the summer years. Pray for rain, behold the sun. Oh, sing your song until the harvest comes. Feel the waves crash on this ancient land. Closer to my heartbeat, to my heart. By your feet, sow your seeds, celebrate goodness. Pray for rain, hold the sun. Yes, sing your song until harvest comes. Pray for rain, behold the sun. Sing your song until harvest comes. I will be joined in a little while for my great friend Kathy on the board. She will be violin or fiddle. What's the difference between a fiddle and a violin? You can spill beer on a fiddle. That's another photo. A song came to me just while Lynn was talking there. It's not on the surface now. So I'll give it a go. Back in 1969, one of the first records I ever heard on my granny's turntable was from a country artist, Dr. Ben Campbell. I'll tell you how old I was in 1969, how young I was. Ben Campbell was an amazing guitarist and an amazing singer. And it just so happens that he has Alzheimer's disease. And he's in care in America. And his career at an end. That must be the most awful thing that could happen to any musician, to happen to anybody, but especially to a musician. But he's still able to stand up there and sing songs and did a world tour recently. Amazing to see him on stage in the final throes of Alzheimer's disease. So I thought this was an important song to sing. For Ben Campbell and anybody who's been affected by this awful disease. I've been walking these streets so long, singing the same old song, and I know every crack in these dirty sidewalks of Broadway. Hustle's the name of the game, and when nice guys get washed away like snow in the rain. There's been a load of compromising on the road to my horizon. I'm gonna be where the light's shining on me, like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out since Star-Spangled Rodeo, like a rhinestone cowboy, getting compliments from people that ought to be. Arthur is coming over, oh, you don't mind the rain, and a smile can hide all the pain, but you're down when you're riding the train. It's taking a long way. And I dream of the things I'll do with the subway toll and the dollar tucked inside my shoe. There'll be low compromising all the roads tonight. Right. I'm gonna be with the lights shining on me. Riding out on the horse in the star-spangled rodeo, like a rhinestone cowboy, getting confidence from people I don't need. It's coming over the floor, rhinestone riding out on the horse and star-spangled rodeo, like some night smoke, getting confidence, people that don't even know. Offers coming over the floor. This song was featured by drummer. He's very cheap. He doesn't drink much. It's another country song. I co-wrote this song with a lady in Germany many years ago. It's a song called Soldier On. How can you see your life's a fit? How can you see your life's a mess? How can you think you'll never make it? How can you say your life's a faith? How can you say your life's a mess? That's a strange definition of success. I know you spend your daytime traveling, I know money is always scarce, I know the road is so lonely. I know you spend your daytime traveling, I know money is always scarce. Sometimes it feels like no one even cares. The soldier's life never leaves you, soldier's life is always hard. Take a look at me, so you will be. Hallelujah, I am soldier's life never leaves you, soldier's life is always hard. You are a soldier, soldier on your guitar. Have you ever seen the happy face of those listening to your songs? How they hide every word of your history. Have you ever seen the happy faces of those listening to your songs? This is really one place you belong. Soldier life, easy soldier life, always hard. Take a look, soon you're with me. Proud you're out, soldier life, never easy. Soldier life is always hard. You are a soldier, soldier on your guitar. How can you say your life's a fail? How can you say your life's a mess? How can you think you'll never make it? How can you say your life's a fail? How can you say your life's a mess? That's a strange definition of success. The soldier's life never easy, soldier's life is always hard. Yeah, take a look. So who you are, a soldier's life, and how you get soldier's life always hard. You're a soldier, soldier life. Take a look, sit that way. Proud of who you are, so hard. You are so in love. You're inside. So come on. One more song on my own, and then I'm going to call up my wingman or wingwoman. Last summer, I believe it was, we were just coming out of terrible times in the world, but sometimes we still live in terrible times. Shortly after the bombs happened, there's a lot of terrorism on the news and a lot of bad stuff going around. And I sat down with one of Flanders' finest singer-songwriters called Eva de Robra, and we wanted to write a peace song. So we came up with this one. This is Eva's new single at the moment. You can get it on her website and choose and all that. But we wanted to do two things. We wanted to use a little bit of Arabic in this song. We wanted to use a piece of the Quran. The Quran says we kill all humanity if we kill the one. We save all humanity if we save the one. We like that. Mike is gone. There it is. And some famous Arabic. Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be upon you. And your response, wa alaikum assalam, upon your children too. Beautiful. All religion is beautiful until the fanatics get hold of it. This is called The Road to Liberty, and that's the chorus. Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. Wa alaikum assalam, upon your children too. Assalamu alaikum, west and east. Wa alaikum assalam, upon you be peace. Oh dear Father, I pray, make the skies turn grey. Drones can only strike on a sunny day, and bring the mountains avalanche to stop the troops. Tanks advance, they're taking us away to the land of liberty. Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. Alaikum assalam, upon your children too. Assalamu alaikum, west and east. Alaikum assalam, upon you be peace. My dear Father, I am scared, but I am brave. And here we rob the cradle to supply the grave. And my reward of paradise will be achieved through sacrifice. I do this in the name of liberty. Try to look like Salam alaikum, peace be upon you. Alaikum assalam, upon your children too. Salam alaikum, west and east. Alaikum assalam, upon you be peace. Well, now is the time to lay down your gun. We kill all humanity if we kill the one. I walked in my father's shoes. We all pay the toll on the road we choose to liberty. Salam alaikum, peace be upon you. Alaikum assalam, upon children too. Salam alaikum, west and east. Alaikum assalam, upon you be. Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. Alaikum assalam, upon your children too. Assalamu alaikum, west and east. Alaikum assalam, upon you be. Billy. Yeah. We can put Phil into the spot. Yeah. Bang, you know. Write it down. Good to have a professional who knows what he's doing. Billy on the sound. Thank you, Billy. You're on the Thank you, Billy. Let's just see if we got a sound and fiddle and then we'll go from there. This is my good friend Katya Van der Porten. We literally released a CD, a live album. It's actually not even released, it's released on the 4th of February and we have it here today for sale. So if you're buying it today, you can't even play it until the 4th of February. Katya plays a few songs with me on this brand new live album, Hot Off the Press. And it's great to have her here today. She's from a place called Burtbeerbeck, that's somewhere out in Middle Earth. Katya Van der Porten, give her a hand. Billy, how we fiddle? We have. Yeah. Right, I have one optimistic love song. This is it. Something called My Landing on My Feet. Just when everything seemed without meaning, all the lights of hope were disappearing. You came into my life without warning, and you turned the darkest night into morning. No one told me it could be this lovely. Your smile alone can melt away my worry. To hold you close even momentarily, oh, I need to love you so deeply. Life is going like I want to. Never even found a boat horseshoe. I walked among the clouds and I fell over the moon. I landed on my feet when I found you. I've got the eclipsing of the sun, when the earth was shadowed by the moon. Now you eclipse all the loves before after two. No one else can warm me like you do. Life is going like I once. Never even found the horseshoe. I walked among the clouds and I fell over alone, lying on my feet. But I found you. On my feet, I found you. Well, I do one more kind of a melancholic song. This is I suppose it's a year and a half old now. This is a newish song, and I wanted to write, for a long time I wanted to write a commemoration song for our fallen heroes of World War I. And I live in Ghent, which isn't too far away from Ypres, where this song takes place. Ypres and Glanuther. I was given I was given a list of the names of the fallen soldiers mainly the Royal Irish Regiment. They say 50,000 Irishmen gave their lives in World War I here in Flanders Fields, and many of them are laid to rest all over Flanders, Wallonia. And so I got a list of the names of the graves in a place called Glanouter. And excuse me, sit. I asked them for vodka earlier. Came through the flank. So this is, you have to imagine an Irish soldier rising up out of his grave at the end of World War I and walking back 100 years after the end of World War I. Walking back down to Ypres, where he was killed. Take a Flanders 100 years there. And this is a recorded live on my newest record, W and Friends. We're going to get it going. It's called The Ghost of Mick MacDonald. The Ghost of Mick MacDonald for Falling Hills. I am Corporal Mick MacDonald, Royal Irish Regiment. I think I died quite quickly, with no time to repent. I rose up from my Belgian grave one morning in the rain, and I walked back down to Ypres, to the place where I was slain. And I stopped under a white stone arch, and there I read the names of all those loyal comrades, fainted just the same, torn to blood-red ribbons, answering the call. I shed a tear for those young men have to fall. And I heard somebody saying a century had passed. The silence, it was deafening. The guns stopped at last. No rats, no barbed wire fences, no gas, no cannon spray. They set for their tomorrow. We gave our today. Sheep now graze the trenches where slaughtered lambs once died. No man's land, the graveyard now crosses side by side from near and far off nations. Eyes tried and true, all for one marching to the very same tattoo. They called that war the Great War, and if they only knew, there was nothing great about it. It was rotten through and through. Thousands upon thousands of my fellow Irishmen would not live to ever see their homeland once again. I am Corporal Mick MacDonald, Royal Irish Regiment. I pray you learn from history, heed my testament. My ghost now marches Flanders fields in sunshine and in snow. How I long for Tipperary and the sweetest girl I know. It's a long Tipperary. It's one Thank you. A few more songs, and then we start tunes at the end. We'll see how it goes. You're okay so far? Doors are locked, you can't get out. So we're all stuck. We lost a fellow called Guy Clark, one of my favourite American singer-songwriters called Guy Clark, last year, back in the day. And he wrote this great song, which became the title track of the little homemade album that I made called Stuff That Works. And very easy chorus in this if you want to sing along. It's a country song. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall, stuff that's real, stuff you feel, the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. Like that. Right. Okay. All right then. I got an old blue shirt, 6 meters wide. I like the way it feels, so I wear it all the time. I got an old guitar and won't ever stay tuned. I like the way it sounds in a dark and empty room. I got an old pair of boots and they fit just right. I can work all day and I can dance all night. I got an old used car that runs just like a top. Feeling it ain't ever been home. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Real and feel, stuff that's real, stuff you feel, stuff you feel, reach for. It's the kind of stuff you reach for, wait for. I've got a pretty good friend, have you seen me at my worst? You can't tell if I'm a blessing or a curse. But he always shows up when it tips down. That's the kind of stuff I like to be around. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff don't hang, the kind of stuff that don't hang on the wall. Real and feel, that's it's the kind of stuff you reach for, waiting for. Oh yeah, well, the woman I love is crazy. She thinks like God. She's got a playground sense of justice she won't take odds. I got a tattoo of her name right through my soul. I think everything she touches turns to gold. Stuff that works, kind of stuff that don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel. It's the kind of stuff you reach for, live album, and it's a song that I learned years ago from a singing of a Scottish fellow. Anyone from Scotland? Oh no. Seriously. Anyone from Scotland? Oh, God. Anyone from Ireland? Ah, we win. A Scotsman called Andy M. Stewart, who was in a band called Silly Wizard many moons ago, wrote this song. He's since departed. It's all about a fella sitting at home, lamenting. He hadn't shaved in about 8 years. He was at home, he hadn't come out of the house. He was crying over a woman. He asked his father, and he saw him look. He said, "Look, this is what you have to do. Get on. I'm going to take her in your arms." It's our second last song in this set. Have you seen the corner? But he's been hiding from his wit. Not an awful sight. In lovely while we frighten our tourists. If you gotta ask his father, should we celebrate? Say, take her in your arms. Tell her that you love her. Take her in your arms. Hold the woman tight. You gotta take her in your arms. Tell her that you love her and you're not to love her. Sure and do it. Now he met her at a disco, in a dive in San Francisco. It all had been different. I'd seen her in daylight. She was painted, she was scented. She drove me around the red. If you don't ask his father, should he celebrate? Say, take her in your arms. Tell her that you love her in your arms. All the time. Take her in your arms. Tell her that you love her and you want to love her. Sure do. Here's a poem full of laughter. Lord, my baby, there's a sitting in the corner. His birds are ready. But your man who lost his home instead of home for a bit. If you don't have this father, should we celebrate? Say, take your arms. And you love her, take your arms. Hold her over tight. Now, depression's not and lapse, and suicide's too dangerous. But no matter how the curtains in the middle of the night, it's not the fall, but laughter, never law for social standing. Don't first ask your father, I'm sure he'd set you right. Say the day, your eyes, tell her that you love her all today. Your eyes, hold her over tight, Lord, today. Your eyes, tell her that you love her, you're going to love her, sure. Here's a handful of your mothers, their sisters, their brothers, their uncles and their grannies, all the same black and white. If you're keen to start romancing, well, it's dancing. Go first and ask your father, should we set you right? Same day. And you gotta take your arms, all over and tight, won't you? Your arms, you're going to love her. Take your arms, your arms, hold it on and say, take your arms, sure. chocolate set with a few tunes, hopefully, and I want to tell you about the big folk and Irish night. Don't say that too quickly. The big folk and Irish night that I'm organising in Ghent. It's the second year, it's a little mini festival, flyers on the table there. It's in the Central, it's only 300-seater theatre. Sit down gig, two great bands. There's even a Scottish band this year. Anyone from Scotland? Helen Flaherty and her band will be there on the Back Roots. And it was amazing last year, we had a full house, it was great. So please come down again on the 11th of March. We'd love to see you. Put your hands together and thank this great fellow there. So we'll be back in part 2. Thank you everyone for working.
fantastic. Thank you, Bobby and Patrick. That was really amazing. Thank you. So we're now going into about 15 minutes or so. There are very few cupcakes left, but so please just have a few more things, what cupcakes are left, and we'll see you back in 15 minutes. Okay, thank you. Everybody, welcome back to the second half of the fundraiser in aid of the Foundation for Alzheimer Research. As we mentioned earlier, first of all, for those who haven't been here before, there's a tradition for a fundraiser poem. Before, I have to warn you that my poetry, Shakespeare, it ain't. But it comes from the heart. So you just have to sit through the poem and then we'll line up again with the tombola. So yeah, as we were saying before, Alzheimer's disease, it affects people in different ways. It is a complex disease, and some people will suffer certain characteristics and others won't. But there seems to be three main characteristic traits of the disease, and they can be summed up in time, space, and identity. Time. The person, as the disease progresses, will no longer be able to tell the time. They won't be able to look at a watch or a clock and read what it says on the clock. And in clinics, when we do assessments, they'll ask the person to draw a clock at the time of, say, 5:15, and they'll draw the face of the clock, but then they'll draw the hands of the clock to the side. So being able to physically tell time becomes very difficult. And also understanding what time of day it is. It's normal to go to sleep. Very often the person will wake up at all kinds of strange hours in the night and be getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3, 4, 5, convinced that this is the time to get up. And that's not only difficult for the sufferer because they're not sleeping, but it's also extremely difficult for a carer to eventually suffer with a sleep deprivation because the person with the Alzheimer's no longer can understand time. Space. Not being able to recognize your own space, not being able to recognize that the home that you're living in is actually your home. And very often the person will want to go back to the home that they had when they were a child, the home that they were in when they were first married. And they can't recognize that this home that they're in now is actually where they live. And sometimes if the person in the latter stages will perhaps need to go into residential care, they may plead with their family, please take me home. And the family, if they feel, well, perhaps it might help to soothe the person, will take them home. When they get home, they don't recognise their home. So identity, I think we all have a little bit of this. We don't actually see ourselves as other people see us. In your own head, you might think of yourself as being like a little bit younger than you are, weighing a little bit less than you are. Your own identity is a little bit mixed. With the Alzheimer's sufferer, it's almost as though they can't recognise themselves. In the latter stages, they won't be able to recognise themselves in the mirror. They won't recognise generations and will become confused and think that perhaps the grandchildren are their children. So these three things, time, space, and identity, as I say, seem to be common characteristics of the disease. So this is what this poem is about. Excuse me. And the poem is called The Clock Ticks, because the person can't tell the time, they will ask their carer, their loved one, time and time and time, all day long, what's the time, because they can't tell the time themselves. So the poem is called The Clock Ticks. What time is it, Jack? I need to know. I need to know because I've got to go to see my mum. What time is it, Jack? I'll just go for the tram to see my mum. What do you mean she's not there? Oh, you're not being fair. Please help me to go. What's the time now, Jack? I'll just go and come back. I won't be that long, but it would really be wrong not to go to see her. But you're keeping me here. I think I'm a bad daughter if I can't help and support her, or at least make her some tea. Please, it's important to me. What time is it, Jack? Sorry, what did you say? She's on holiday? Ah, then that's okay. I'll be there when she's back. Please, take me there, Jack. If she asks me again, I'll have to say then what I don't want to say, that her mum passed away. And she'll say it's not true, and then what will I do? When she silently weeps for her mum who's passed on and who's long since gone. But what time is it, Jack? Oh, for God's sake, please stop, or just look at the clock. But why are you so mad? I'm just asking the time. It's not surely a crime. Well, what's the time, Jack? I could have been and come back, but my pleas went in vain, so I won't ask again. The time, love, it's 4. And I'd walk out that door and I'd take you there now, but it's no use anyhow. For as much as I'd love that you go see your mum, it has nothing to do with me stopping your way. And what I'm going to say is as sad as it's true. You can't go see your mum, love. Remember, you're 82. Rather depressing poem. Let's get the atmosphere back up again. And it's now time for the tombola. I think we've done very well on the tombola scales. So if I could ask for Sharon, for Anne, and for Yvonne to come. We have the tombola elves on stage now, so we've got 24 tickets. And can I just say also, thank you to those who donated tombola prizes, because it's really fantastic to have these prizes. We've got some very nice prizes today. So, Tombola Prize 24. This is a free session for a cupcake fundraiser. I do cupcake fundraiser demonstrations at my home, normally once a month. I haven't published the date yet for the next sessions, but what it includes, you come to my home, we have small groups of 4 to 6 people, I demonstrate how to make cupcakes, you get a chance to decorate them, and then we have a very fancy afternoon tea, which includes a cupcake. So whoever runs this, can you leave your name and contact details, and I'll let you know when the next sessions are coming up. So this is prize 24. I didn't work this bit out.
Hello. Hello. Good luck, everyone. Eyes down for a full house. That's bingo. First number, green, 238. Green, 238.
Prize number 23 is a voucher which has been very generously donated by Roma of the Music Village, and this is for a free entrance for 2 at the Music Village concert.
Blue, 924. Blue, 924.
Prize number 22. There's some of the prizes which are actually a little bit bulky, so we haven't brought the big prizes along today. But for those who win the prizes, leave your contact details and I'll arrange to deliver it, or we can arrange for a pickup. And the next prize is number 22. Prize 22. It's a Japanese rice cooker and sushi kit. So nice. We have a photograph here of what it's like.
Green, 436.
On the list is a set of ceramic knives which is being donated by Leah, who can't be here today, but they're a very nice set of ceramic knives. I wouldn't mind this one myself.
Blue, 514. Blue, 514.
Okay, so prize number 20, we're just looking for it on the but in any case I can give it to you. Oh, we've got it, we found it. Prize number 20 on it is a voucher for Stone Manor, the British store out in Everett.
And it's green, 28.
Prize number 19 on the list is a cotton towel set with white Grace luxury toilets donated by Ms. Sharon Miles. So they're very nice.
And it's blue, 723.
We come to prize number 18. This is a voucher for Scandic hairdressers in Chaussee Dalsenberg. And I have to say that you have 3 people on stage who are clients of Scandic hair. So the beauty you see on stage, you too could be those beauties.
Natural bronze, come on. And it's blue, 729.
Yo!
It's very Stefan wanted to buy cookies for takeaway. They were gone. So it's a consolation prize. Okay, so prize number 17 is a photo frame.
And it's green 232.
Okay, prize number 16, and this is a very nice one. This is a CD that Ducky has donated.
Green 411.
Prize number 15 is another prize donated by Sharon, and this is absolutely wonderful molten brown luxury hand creams. These are delicious.
It's blue 920.
The person who's won the prize is Sharon's partner, so I think she's insisting that he gives it back. Okay, so we still have number 16, the molten brown luxury hand creams.
Sorry about that. It wasn't fixed, I promise. It's now green 210 for the molten brown. Green 210.
This is Wilfried. And I promise you it's not fixed, but he has won a tombola prize at every one of these events, and his wife also won. But you might as well